Hello, everyone. We are here for Brunch Live, our first official 2022 live.
This is amazing. And with our friends from Open Door. This
Yes.
is such a treat.
Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, Kathy. Thank you so much for joining Adelia and I today.
Thanks for having me.
Absolutely.
Katherine is the co-founder and the CEO of Open Door, for those that are not familiar. And Kathy, why don't you go in, tell us a little bit about who you are, and then we'll go dive into more about Open Door and some business questions for our audience.
Sounds great. Yes, so I'm Katherine Blackwell. I'm the CEO and co-founder of Dor Dispensaries. I've spent 25 years in quick service restaurant franchising business. And after taking a look around at some of the dispensaries that are popping up everywhere in all of our legalized states, realized that there was a real opportunity to bring some traditional franchise tools and tactics into the cannabis industry. And so far it's been really well received. It just helps the dispensary operators and these license holders just get a leg up and kind of bypass the learning curve with the expert advice that we have with my partner, Chelsea Mulligan, who's operated just numerous dispensaries all over the place. And yeah, we're just trying to help operators be that much more successful. And with my background in franchising and 30 years in business, we have a lot of experience and expertise to offer.
That's wonderful, Kathy. I am personally so interested in this franchise model and all that you bring to the table with Open Door. Can you tell us a couple examples of for the ladies who are maybe considering franchising a business or possibly even working with an Open Door so they can franchise or be part of this already established franchise? Maybe just a few, outside of course, Chelsea's amazing expertise to the industry that speaks for itself. What about franchising itself would you say is the leg up? Maybe give us some specifics pertaining to cannabis or just what you've seen in the past businesses you've worked with.
Yeah, sure. Well, the real goal of franchising is the complete playbook is laid out for you. The floor plans are done, the design and building specs are all done. We have approved vendors that we've already vetted. So, and when I say vendors, not necessarily the product vendors who will be different in every single state,
Right.
but the vendors like the security companies, even insurance brokers. We've got all of those already.
Geez, we should have been working with you during this process in New Mexico from the jump, Kathy.
I was trying to tell you.
My bad headaches doing. I'm like, oh my God.
Well, and that's just going through the pre-opening process, right? Getting everything set up, and we have an architect who's standing by and just ready to go.
You have an architect on standby too? That's amazing.
Yes.
Awesome.
Really, we've truly gone through and vetted out all of the vendors and suppliers that you would need other than their actual regulated product, as you know. But after that, it's the ongoing support. There are some consultants out there who will take you through that process and help you build a brand, which sounds really fun, and it is, but it's time consuming. And the real goal is to get to market fast, get to profitability fast, and that's where the ongoing support comes in as well. We're staying on top of all the compliance and the regulations so that you don't have to worry about that. So when we come in and do what we call a quality inspection, it's really less of an inspection than it is really just coming in and helping the operator make sure that they are up to standards, that they are in compliance with the state. They're not going to risk getting any sort of infraction with the state or, God forbid, lose their license. So it's that ongoing support that is really so beneficial. The continued marketing support as well. So we'll be building out marketing plans that all you have to do is say, yes, I want to run that one, or no, I don't. So it's really a pre-packaged business model, and that we're helping operators with. So they just have to worry about keeping the doors open and keeping their staff happy and motivated and and that's all part of the SOPs, right? Is that inventory control, cash management, employee control, and all of that.
So
That
it's
is
also
so
saving
neat.
them, oh, sorry. So you're also going to be saving them, time, which time is money. So they're also going to be saving money throughout this process by getting everything literally given to them.
Automated.
Yeah, automated already to the, all the processes and all the companies that they can work with.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
That
Time is money.
awesome. So, when it comes to working with businesses, what if a business isn't a license holder yet? Is there ways that businesses could still partner with an open door or work with open door in some capacity? I just curious. So,
Yes.
sorry, I threw that question in there. In case
No,
other people
no.
are watching.
Good question.
Watching right now.
No, it's a great question, and we've probably had more inquiries from people who don't have a license yet, but they're really interested in getting into the industry. And it's a booming industry, right? So we know that there's going to be a lot of that. So yes, we do have a bit of a program that we've put together to help people in that pre-licensing stage. It's really connecting them again with people that that we have vetted out, either some application writing consultants that we can work with. They would actually sign a franchise agreement with us, and that allows them to use all of our SOPs, our standard operating procedures, to utilize our architect if the application requires a floor plan or any sort of security plan. We've got our vendor at the ready to get that material together for them in the application. So it's a little bit different. They are still responsible for the application and all of those. There are probably some other expenses, legal expenses in preparing the application, but we're there as part of their application team. And then at that point, the franchise agreement is completely contingent upon them winning a license.
Gotcha.
Are there any services in regards to helping them fundraise at all? Or is it more after that? They still have to do that kind of sense of their business, but
yeah, they are still doing their sense of their business on that front.
Yeah.
We are hoping that we'll have an opportunity or an option in the future. Probably shouldn't go too much into that, but we are looking to build that as part of our roadmap in the future. But there's lots of fundraising opportunities out there, regardless of the standard banks or an SBA. It's too bad that that's not an opportunity, but a lot of private investors who are looking to get into the industry as well.
So, kind of going more into who is the perfect customer for Open Door?
Oh gosh, the ideal customer would be somebody who just won a license and wants to get to market fast and wants to get open, as soon as possible. That is probably our ideal client.
Yeah. Are you in all 50 states? I don't know if I missed that in the beginning. Where are you guys doing business so far?
Are you limited to any states or regions?
There you go. Yeah.
Our only limitations right now are obviously into the regulated states. We're focusing right now our outreach in the New Jersey, Connecticut, New York area, but we are open to talking to anybody in a regulated state.
Very cool. Awesome. Oh my gosh. A lot is happening on the East Coast, so that's going to be pretty exciting.
Yes, very exciting. New Jersey is set up to be a booming market. So
that's what I hear.
Excited to watch.
Well, I think what we would want to do is we'd love to bring our guests on to give some advice specifically to women executives in the industry, or even women that are looking to grow within the industry in their current position. First question that I have is, what is the best way for even women to get into the industry? Like, what would be your first initial steps if somebody was like, I want to get into this industry, what do I do? Like, just a start.
Yeah, I mean, if you were asking me that today, I would say just get to know women that are already in the industry, right? Get involved.
Hey, Blunt Brunch.
Hello, Blunt Brunch. Get involved, talk to people. And what I also like to tell people too or especially women, is stay true to who you are and stay true to your skill sets, where you can really add value. So when I say getting in and talking to people who are already in the industry, see where you fit, see where your skills are could add value to any company or any organization. And that's somewhat what I felt like I did. My background was all in franchising. That's what I knew. I didn't know cannabis operations, but I knew business operations. I knew retail operations. So I'm bringing all those skill sets and found a great partner to be able to just match all of those up into the cannabis industry. So
I think that's great advice. A lot of times people think they need to change or learn some new skill to enter the space, and it's not necessarily that they need to adapt to or learn an entirely new skill. Just bring their skill set over and learn a little bit about the regulation piece, which if you're already a professional in another industry, we can most certainly use you in our cannabis space, because it just elevates our industry. So
and the key word that you touched on was adapt. And I think that's probably a big word in cannabis anyway. It's just adapting to the situation. But adapting your skill sets into the industry and into these organizations. There's plenty of room for growth, and it's just going to continue to grow as we watch all the news and watch all the articles that are coming out. This industry is just going to continue to grow like crazy. So we need more women. We need more women in the industry.
Yes, we do.
Lisa, do you have another business advice question?
I don't have the questions in front of me, so if you can.
Yeah.
Okay.
We like to go back and forth sometimes, so
thank you. Thank you for including me. I don't remember what the next question.
No, you're we go with the flow here. And we throw in new questions too, so this is great. So again, we spoke about for women that are new in this industry, how to get their foot in the door. I guess the other thing is, what about challenges? We all know what it's like every single day building a business in this industry. We know the hardships. What advice do you give for women that are maybe going through some challenging situations with their business right now? Like, who can they reach out to? What do you do? What have you done when you're like, I don't know what we're going to do to move forward right now with our company, because cannabis is crazy sometimes.
Yeah. Great question, because I think at some point or another we all struggle, and we all have those challenges. And I think that the key thing is, to have your crew, have people that you can rely on, that you can trust, and that you can trust to give honest feedback, not just what they think you might want to hear, but really give you that honest feedback and opinion, and just even to bounce ideas off of. But having those people around you that you can rely on, I think, is probably the biggest key. And reaching out. There are so many of us, I include myself in that. Reach out if you've got a question, or don't be afraid to ask. To ask questions. And I think that's what I've seen the most with Blunt Brunch is women are really craving that community of people that we can go and ask tough questions to, right? You don't necessarily want to always go to your direct team or your staff and say, I don't know what to do. You really can't do that. But if you could call up another executive and say, have you been in this situation before? What do I do? Or how would you handle this? So just having people that you can rely on has been extremely beneficial for me. And I've been so grateful to have some pretty incredible women to be able to rely on.
I think that's such good advice. I think it is hard to ask for help, or just even, reach out to others, but it's not a weak attribute. It's something that we need to do to grow. And why waste your time, waste money, waste, that uncertainty feeling when you can just ask a friend or a colleague, outside
Absolutely.
of the company, that time.
And I think when you do reach out, you'll find, or when people do reach out, they'll find that people are more willing to help than you think that they might be.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's so true. So what do we have in store for Open Door this year? Any, we just got to the new year. Like, what's any exciting announcements you can share? Like,
Not yet, but you guys will be the first ones to know.
Awesome. Well, I'm always checking out your LinkedIn page for updates from Open Door, so we'll stay tuned.
Yes, thank you. Definitely stay tuned.
And before we let you go, what other words? Or how can people get in touch with you? How can people learn more about Open Door? And I think the other note is definitely follow them on LinkedIn because I see the notes. Prisa does reshare them, and then I'll reshare them, or you guys keep us all up.
You guys are killing it on LinkedIn.
Yes. Thank you. Yes, and that's a great spot to just hear everything that's going on with the company. Is follow us on LinkedIn. I am personally on LinkedIn as well. Reach out if you have any questions. You can contact me there. And then our website is opendordispensaries.com. That's 10DOR dispensaries. We'd love to talk. So let us know how we can help you.
Awesome. Thank you so much for your time today and your wisdom. Thank you for sharing it with all of our viewers. Thank you so much, Kathy.
Oh, thanks for asking me on. We'll talk to you soon.
Okay, bye.
Bye. Thank you.